Yo, welcome back, guys. This is Modez here, and today we'll be talking about irritability in what? Irritability in plants and animals. Irritability is also called what? Sensitivity. Irritability is one of the characteristics of living organisms. Remember now, Mr. Niger D. And by irritability, both plants and animals are able to respond to both external and internal environmental changes so that what they can maintain suitable conditions of life. For example, now you can testify to that now. When you change from one environment to another, most of the things they are doing in that environment is usually very, very new to you. But as time goes on, what happens? You tend to change, and you tend to see that you act like the people that are already in that surroundings. So it's like you adapt, your body changes to the environmental stimulus. You get your body responded. So they said a temperature change is an example of what? An external stimulus. While a change in the pH is an example of internal stimulus. As a change in temperature, maybe when you put something in an hot environment, what happens? The temperature increases. And change in pH, change in salinity or acidity of something is usually internal. I hope you understand that aspect. So now, external stimuli is known as tropism. External stimuli is called tropism. And plants respond to the stimulus of light, gravity, and water. So today, as I said, we are talking about only the irritability of what? Plants. Then later, after talking about irritability of plants, we'll move to the irritability of what? Animals in the next video. So as you're watching this video, make sure you click on subscribe button because we talk about educational videos. We deal with chemistry, physics, biology, mathematics, and even more. Just subscribe to our channel. Make sure you like and comment. So let's move on. So now, these responses in plants are controlled by what? An hormone called auxin. You know the hormones now. You know the animals have hormones, plants also have hormones. And the growth hormone that is in animal is called what? The auxin. So auxin is the one that is mostly responsible for the changes in stimulus that occurs in plants. You get? So that's what they are just talking about here. So now, they said auxins are produced at the tip of the shoot. Auxins are produced at the tips of the shoots. The chemicals diffuse vertically downward to stimulate growth in both the shoot and the root. So auxins are generally in the plant here, and they diffuse downward from the top of the plant to the bottom, because the growth of plants starts from the root, of course. So most of auxins you are going to find in the plant are usually what? At the bottom, which is the root of the plant. So now, phototropism, when you hear anything photo in biology, it is light. Anything photo in biology is light, and anything tropism or tropic is what? Movement. So now, what is phototropism? Phototropism is the response of plant parts to the stimulus of light, especially sunlight. The plant shoots generally grows towards the direction of light. For example, now I drew this diagram here. This is the let's say you have a plant by your window, and then just notice it. You have a plant by your window that you planted something by your window where sunlight usually comes up. You get? So you will notice that whenever the plant is growing, the leaves will just, everything will just change direction and face that light. So this type of tropism or this type of stimulus is called what? Phototropism. Get it again? Phototropism. I said before that anything that has to do with photo in biology means light, and tropism is what? Movement. So phototropism is the response of plant parts or stimulus to what? Light. Plant parts to the stimulus of light, especially sunlight. Obviously, photosynthesis now, plants need sunlight in order to respirate, you get, so, and to produce their own food, and those blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. So that is why it is mostly sunlight. So this is the response of plants of stimulus, the plant part to the response of light stimulus. Now the next one is geotropism. Geotropism is the response of the plant part to the stimulus of gravity. Just like human being, plants also respect gravity. For example, if you plant a seed vertically, Like for example, there's a vase that vertically stands like this now. The way I do this book like this now, it should stand like this. Hope you understand. It should stand like this. Then the plants now grow out from this place like this. Instead of the plants will be growing straight. If the ground is if the plant is like this is the soil normally. You now put the seed here, it will grow up like this. Yeah, it will grow up, it will rise up like this. But in this geotropism, it has to respect gravity. This is the normal gravity level here. So when you plant something like this, instead of it to grow like this, diagonal like this, what will happen? It will grow a little bit, just like here. It looks like it's going to grow up like this. It's going to grow like this. Then what happened? It changes direction. So the part of the plant, this particular part of the plant, respond to what? Geotropism. I hope you are getting it. So this is the part of tropism that has to do with gravity, response to the stimulus of what? Gravity. And finally, hydrotropism. Anytime you hear hydro in biology, obviously is talking about water. Anytime you hear about geo, it's talking about anything related to earth or gravity. Anytime you hear about photo, anything related to light. I hope you understand. You just need to know. Biology is simple. You just need to know all these basic biological terms. So now, hydrotropism is the response of plant parts to the stimulus of moisture. Hydrotropism. This is the response of plant parts to the stimulus of what? Moisture. If you look at this example here that I gave here, this diagram here now, this is a plant that is growing normally on the ground. Normally, plants need what? H2O in order to grow better. They need water and sunlight in order to grow and all that. So what happens? The roots, when you plant, when there's a plant here and there's water here, these plants cannot grow because of lack of water. So what happens? The roots tend to connect to where there's water. Let's say there's water here now. What happens to the roots? The part of the plant, which is the roots, then finds the H2O. It changes direction. So this change in direction, this change in direction here, this change in direction here, and also this change in direction right here is what we call tropism. I hope you understand. So just if you have any question, drop it in the comments below, and I'm also going to be asking you a question. Make sure you answer the question in the comments also. Thank you again for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and share to your friends. Thank you very much. This is Modez once again, your favorite online tutor. Bye bye. Goodbye. Thank you very much.